Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. It is Saturday propaganda despite daylight savings times. Looks like I still got my two originals in the house, Nim Chimpskey and Shirazman. Thanks for joining me, guys. We have an old classic here. A lot of love for this list over the years. Power T way back in the days of Magic Gathering, Strat, and all these awesome player run events back in the day. This used to always take the show. Has a crazy good win record back in the day. And I thought I'd dust it off because we've got things like Blood Fountain and this Kenku Artificer to see if we can have a little bit of fun with this ourselves. So I put this together, a little Trinket Control 2022 edition. And yeah, Grim Harvest is definitely used to be in the list. I prefer the Blood Fountain Unearth engine in this a little bit more for just some it's a lot to do with my impatience too. Sometimes I always bury Grim Harvest, but that's a very valid option. Anyway, so we got 21 lands. Four of them are of the Indestructible Persuasion because we are running two of the Artificer, but we can also fetch these with a aforementioned Trinket Mage, which is what this is named after, Trinket Control. But without further ado, we've got two Bojuka Bogs, one island, three Maestros Theaters, four of the Indestructible dual lands, one seat, I believe it's 6 swamps and 4 vaults to round out our curve. Our draw packages of Mulldrifter and Deadly Dispute. We also can, Undying Evil the Mulldrifter and get extra cards. We've got 2 Blood Fountains, 2 Executioner Capsules, which are even good in this matchup against a mono black deck because we're running Deadly Dispute. Now, Shambling Ghast makes an upgrade here. Very rarely can you say that this card is better than Fume Spitter, but in this build, I believe it is. We are running 2 colors. It does kind of the same thing and really helps accelerate things. So I felt this was a really big upgrade, and I really like seeing it over the Fume Spitter. Just different times, different metagame now. We got 2 Tragic Slips, 2 on the sideboard, 4 Undying Evil, 3 Unearths, 1 Lifestaff, which we can fetch with the Trinket Mage. We got 3 Mulldrifters, 4 Deadly Disputes, 4 Augur of Skulls, which if you're new to this card, you play it on your upkeep, you hit Undying Evil, and you just murder their hand for 4 cards. It's pretty brutal when it happens. And, a Regenerator, mid to late games, nothing to sneeze at either. You can sit there and block Anglers and Serpents all day long. 2 Kenku Artificers, kind of shut out the show. Really between 2 and 3 in this build. 4 I think is way too much. So I settled on 2. We got 3 Trinket Mage, 3 Crypt Rats, and 2 Fleshbag Marauders. Just, I've learned so much from playing like Black Sack or 8 Rat that I've really started to really love Fleshbag as just kind of an alternate option to get rid of a bunch of big fatties. Being able to unearth it's pretty nuts too. So yeah, the only thing that's more than 3 is our Mulldrifter, which we can evoke for 3. So that's good times. And then thank you, Murphy Black. And then so in our sideboard, we've got 2 Tragic Slips, 1 Feldon's Cane because we can fetch for it and maybe stop ourselves from milling out. Pretty rare that happens, but 1 Spellbomb. We have another Lifestaff, 2 Fangs. We've got 1 Negate, 4 Macabre, 1 more Marauder, and 2 Depth to the Kami. So we kind of have options all over the place. And I'm not going to lie, this deck can sometimes be a little grindy, so I hope I don't run into, oopsie, cancel that. I hope I don't run into any, super grind matchups. But I'm kind of curious. I've had a couple of losses, and they're always of the Mountain Persuasion. It's tough when you're running Dimir to really shove in too much life gain without kind of disrupting the theme. But hopefully the hand disruption can get there. About 50-50 against it so far, but that is kind of the king of the block here. So we're a bit screwed here. We've got a lot of early removal, and we do have this. We're on the draw. If this dies, I don't want to keep this, though. We're going to mulligan. This has 21 lands for a reason. We'll keep this. Probably won't need that Blood Fountain, especially 2 of them. We'll go like that. Stumpy Wire, good sir. Something about that made me giggle. Yeah, UFC fan tonight is a great night. Israel Adesanya is fighting his old nemesis, and really, really good stacked card out of Madison Square Garden. So after some games here and some uploading and some artwork, and then off to play some pickleball with the wife, and then we're gonna sit back and watch some fights tonight. So it's a good life. Okay, well, I'm just going to get our islands out of the way here. And by island, I mean the one that we're running. Bloop. There we go. And off we go. Played the pre-release last night of the Brothers War. Won, I think it was like 4th or 5th place out of about, 60 people. That was a big turnout. Lost the very first one, and then I went undefeated after that, which is kind of a theme I have going in Paper Magic. Aaron, my son, started off red hot, was like in first, and then had a bunch of just draw games. He plays pickleball. Yeah, it's like a tennis mixed with ping pong and a lot of strategy. So I really like it. So I think it's more important that we don't miss any beats here. So I'm going to lay out the theater here. I could argue the blood fountain there, but it doesn't really do much for us. And being that we have Unearth and stuff, we can kind of accelerate into a Trinket Mage and such into the sideboard. So, yeah, we've got a top 10. In fact, I've got it queued up for middle of the show. If you're impatient, you can go to YouTube and find it too. Looks like Dimir on Dimir. Seeing 2 preordains. This might be more of a traditional build, not the serpent style one. I'm not quite sure. Tragic Slip will go a long way. That being said, we're walking into a counter here, so I'm just going to put out something I don't care about. We got 2 of them. See if we can eat a counter or removal. I really hope this is just a hard counter, because we don't really care about a rat in this matchup. Boop, boom. Come on, counter. Yes. Awesome. That's like a duress. Cool. Hopefully we just hit a land drop. If anything, we'll probably Mulldrifter, just to try to not miss any lands here. It's the cadence of the turn, I tell you. Okay. Feeling very old school. Off we go. Well, that's frustrating, isn't it? We'll bring out the Trinket Mage. Say yes to that. I would like to bring in a vault here. Bring in a vault. A rock like this. We can at least Tragic Slip and block. I think we're just going to hold back here. Already got 2 options for the blood fountain there. Trinket Mage does so much work on a list like this, being able to act as a land grab and such. So, okay, well that's going down. Boink. I guess we'll just try to do this now. Let's keep them on combat math on their side as far as that. Did not expect to see that. Maybe countering rats was a good thing. I was expecting a more traditional Dimir, but hey, Pauper Tim. Oh, man. My goodness. 17-month subscription. Thank you. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, this is kind of getting out of hand quickly, isn't it? I could rat here, but I'm going to evoke just in case we draw into one of our mini. I always click on evoke first. See if we get it. We do not. So that's going to die. That will suck. Our land's going to be very good, and we're going to be able to stay alive for a long time. You know what? I think I'm just going to Tragic Slip this right now. I don't want to run into any fairy shenanigans. Keep them down to one critter. Kenku's going to keep the skies available for us. Our Crypt Rat can kind of mop stuff up, and we'll maybe be able to slip in a blood fountain if we don't fall too far behind in tempo here, which could easily happen. Okay, definitely signifying a hard counter in hand, or at least telegraphing one. Such a cute little card. About 4 masks that look just like that. A little plague doctor mask, right? Okay, well, there's a few options here. I'm just a little afraid of walking into a, what are our options here? Let me start off with a blood fountain. See if maybe that gets a spell stutter sprite. At least we'll have a dispute target. Cool. A little counter happy there. Or not, never know. I'll bring this out. I'll target this. We could attack now. Yeah, I think we will. Boop. We got a monarch to save, ladies and gentlemen. I always think like when Kenku dies, so's my ability. It's like, nope, don't work that way. That's why we're running 2 blood fountains. Trinket Mage will probably have to find the other one just so we can keep the tempo going here. It is getting cold out for sure. Pretty sunny day today, but boy, we've had some pretty chilly nights here. I'm sure many of you have too. I sure hope Hexen Rouge is doing good. I keep checking out the Ukraine war footage every few weeks or so, and well, we could be running into a Chainer's Edict here. I don't think they're going to really want to remove too much on that. I think I'm just going to let them hit us here. I feel like there's an Edict in their hand. Feel pretty safe with that vault. I mean the not the vault, the Mistvault. Playing all kinds of vaults. Yeah, it's huge turnout at the pre-release. I got the there was some artifact that you could turn it into a flyer, and every single time you played a non-creature spell, it got, you know, a +1/1 counter, even though it wasn't a creature. And I was crushing people with that one. A little slow, but boy, just so inevitable. Ended up going an Orzhov build. Had a lot of good green, but it just didn't synergize really with anything. So, and it was so ridiculous. My red and blue, I think I had like a total of 8 cards, and in a sealed event, that's like pretty rare. I was like, oh, that's a trip. So, all right, this makes things pretty easy when we got a nice little mage package coming up here, because we can at least trade with Ninja. Yes. Oh man, I really want to. This is tough. Capsule's good. Blood Fountain's good. Another land is good. I think I'm just gonna go land. Ghast. We could land Dispute. Yeah, I'm just gonna land here. It's not very sexy, but that's what I'm doing. Go like this. We can block the Augur with Trinket Mage, block Ninja with Kenku, and then sacrifice it. I think that's the roll. I'll get that Shambling Ghast out next turn. See how we do from there. 3/3 Indestructibles. Nothing to sneeze at. African Haggis, it's been a while. Good to see you, my friend. First time I've heard sexy on a propaganda show. That might be a first. You're right. Yeah, that'd be funny to have like a wall of firsts if we go back in time, right? So yeah, a lot of traditional blue builds, you know, or Dimir builds, I should say, you know, lean on blue for obviously the draw, but the counter mechanics. This one's just all about, you know, fixing and critters. Wall of sexy. Speaking of walls, one of the Winner's Circle handouts last night, 30th anniversary Wall of Roots. And so Aaron didn't want his, so now I've got some fancy, shiny hieroglyphic Wall of Roots for my Pauper collection. What's really cool, though, and I'm not going to lie, out of all the things I got, well, I found my favorite land of all, the Rebecca Guay promo edition. I think it's Fire Ice that I ordered, but I just found one sitting around. But these old school, so this is the pristine talisman and the old artifact, but check out the Springleaf drum with the old look to it. So I got to get me some of that, because y'all know I love that old artifact look. I just think it's superior. I don't like when Mirrodin came out and everything looked like just, is that a white card or is it an artifact? You've heard me complain about that for years. I just don't, there's very few things I think Wizards has gotten wrong when it comes to, like, you know, like the card frame design and making things more legible and all these other things. But that was one of the biggest slip ups. I wish I could, that and white borders, of course. That's number 1 on my list. But number 2 right behind it is, should have never changed artifacts. They look cool. They look ancient, which artifacts should, and all that. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hey, nothing going on here, huh? Since we have another land, I'm going to try to maximize this. I'm going to go with, do we want to kill a resource? I'm going to kill this. Might run into a counter. I'd rather it be on their turn. You know what I'm saying? Okay. There we go. Crypt Rat's going to have a lot of fun this turn. Boop, 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 boop. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, let's zap this for 1, maybe? I believe so. Frustrating that we got to do that right now. Let's attack first. Boink. Well, if we attack first, we can't really do too much else, can we? Change plan. We'll just do this. Done. Say okay. Crunch. Oh yeah, African Agus. So true. I hope that this there was like a palpable fervor last night when people started seeing these, like the Springleaf Drum, and they're like, oh wow, and it's like, I'm not alone. It's like I hope Wizards starts learning and kind of, for want of a better word, catching on to like, hey, this is, people like this. It's not just some bald guy on Twitch. It's it seems to be the norm. I just think that's kind of something everybody's kind of in favor of. So able to hold this Monarch pretty good here. Crypt Rats feeling pretty awesome. Oh, better write down what we're feeling. Dimir Control I'll put down. Okay, more rats for the party. Okay, so what? Maybe we bluff out a Deadly Dispute, or I want to leave up enough for the Crypt Rats there. At one point I had 3 disputes. Just felt sacrilegious to not play with all 4, but sometimes you do lack targets. Good news here is we can dispute the Ghast, targeting a Faerie, so we can get through a 3-drop. Yeah, probably the second there, African Haggis. Foretold. I foresee that you're going to lose. Oh, I hope so anyway. All right, Ghast holding down the fort. We got all kinds of good stuff here. Oh, wow. So many riches here. Undying Evil is such a nice trick. Here's a line. I could Crypt Rats. Counterspell's one thing, but if they Faerie Macabre, I can sacrifice Dispute to the Ghast, killing the Math, and then have the token left over to zap the boys. Let's try that line. I know we've got this awesome little, combo kill here. Change of plans. Let's do this. Cast with Evoke. Let's ask for just a hard counter here. And there it is. Well, that kind of blows. Alrighty. I guess we just swing over with this, right? Alright. Boop. We can Deadly Dispute and Undying Evil this turn, depending on what happens. Undying Evil on a Trinket Mage is nothing to sneer at either. That's good times. What do we have here? We can guarantee to do that here. Let's guarantee our hit here. We're going to rock like this. Put one of these on here. They draw 2, we draw 2. And we get a Undying Evil out here. Boop. Would have been nice to be able to drop a land that turn. Oh well. At least we're not going to miss any more. This is probably one of the top lists that gets requested, and I looked and I think it's been like 3 years since I played it. So apologies to you Trinket Mage fans out there. It has a very high fan base where people are like, "Oh, this is like my MVP favorite of all time." That sort of talk always seems to go down with these. We're getting a ninja in. Okay, that's fine by me. Bloop. Here it comes. Alrighty. Probably finish with a rat here, huh? Yeah, that bridge when it happens is really awesome. It's kind of intoxicating, makes you want to build with 4 of, but so far it seems to be just right. And you don't always have to target the bridge. Sometimes it's nice to target a treasure token. Start attacking with that. Ooh, okay, swap and Monarch, both at about the same time frame here. I guess we'll bring this down. Drop the rat. Threaten all kinds of good stuff. We've seen, what, 3 hard counters? So you have the 4th? They are halfway through their list. All right. That's a trip. Okay. Let's see. Attack. We'll just do that. Trinket Mage going to come back in time, hopefully. Oh, check this out. Well, that's unfortunate. One of the only ways of dealing with that, for sure. Thank you for that, Nim Chimpskey. Looks like they're kind of rounding the curve, pulling out of this. We needed these lands early on. We were a little stultified on our land drops, and now we're getting all of them back. And the door is shutting quickly here, depending on how much more counters they have. But we've already seen all 4 hard counters. We don't see really any synergy with the Aqueduct here, signifying they probably have a bog or 2 in this list. But we'll see. That Trinket Mage isn't getting anywhere anytime soon. Speaking of which, sometimes I wonder if I should have one like Ginger Brute in here to just kind of like some fetchable ability to do something like that, right? We'll rock like this, see if this can come back, go get us some good stuff. Uh-oh, yeah, they're really shutting the door quickly now. If we top deck a rat, we might be able to pull this off, but we already have all 3 of them in the yard, so our only out here is one of our many Unearths. We haven't seen any of, have we? Felt like we had this one in the bag. That quadruple land draws will do some things. Yeah, I'm going to write Ginger Brute maybe. I'm thinking like 1 Ginger Brute in the sideboard might be a nice little option if you go up against like, you know, initiative stuff. All right, this is just our deck fighting us here. We'll go to game 2. Would have been nice to have any of these in the first like 3 or 4 turns. We're kind of stuck there. Alrighty. Marauder, okay, not that great. I think we can probably get rid of one of those. I'd like to keep the other. Not really in a life race here. I'll free up that spot. It would be nice to keep Unexpected Fangs around for a little bit, but I'm not going to really hearken on that. Alrighty. Slips are going to be really good in this matchup, both for Faerie announcements and for the big boys. And I like to keep as many 1-drops as I can. I don't really... We've got 2 Bojuka Bogs main. I'm not quite sure I'm really going to be fighting with the Spellbomb in this matchup. The Cubs aren't all that... This is more for like the combo or the Jeskai Ephemerate style loops and such. Although it would be kind of cool to have one of them in there to get back for, what do you call, to fight fairies and such to fend off the air. I'm going to lose 1 Capsule and bring in 1 Macabre just for that same thing. And we can always unearth it and have a 2/2 body in the air that's being able to play some defense there. Let's try that. Little avant-garde. That's what I'm here for. Woo. All right, let's do it. Yes. We like this hand. We'll keep it. And a nice honest out with the bridge into the Trinket Mage. Again, disputing this list. Not quite as at home as a lot of other lists, but I like it a lot more than Sign in Blood. Especially with the mana fixing that and the little zombies. Can go a long way when your deck's fighting you. Okay, here we are with this. Do we have an early ninja? Maybe not. There we go. And given this hand order, I'm just going to get rid of this now. Don't want to be walking into counter lock with, you know, spell stutter sprite hand and such. This kind of stultifies their beginning and makes their ninja have to be hard fought. Let's see where we go from there. All right. What to resolve? I'd rather get the Mulldrifter out, but. This onto this, isn't that great at this stage of the game? I really would like to be able to cast Undying Evil on this next turn. This is another good Undying Evil target. Probably walking into a counter spell here. We do have. Let's lead off with the mage. I got another hard counter. We do. We can unearth it. We're not screaming for any artifact love there, but would have been nice. Boom. What's this? Oh, foretold. Okay. Here's our window, folks. Agony Warp. Getting some love here. Gosh dang it. Well, synergy be damned. I'm going to try to draw some cards here. It'd be nice if that flood that hit us last game shows up. Okay, we got this here. At least we hit a land drop. All right, off we go. Boop, 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 boop. Alrighty, let's try this again, shall we? Cast with Evoke. Evoke. Draw 2. Undying Evil. Hiya! Does it work? I'll have to pitch some cards even if it does. Alright. We are at 6. Got plenty of stuff here. Not much worth grabbing out of the yard. Might be fun to just cast, like I was suggesting, cast that Faerie Macabre, just hard cast it. Make them use some of either one of their cast downs or hopefully an Agony Warp on it. Yeah, it's intriguing. Like I said, I've been having a lot of fun this week. Tinkering here and there with it. Trinketing, should I say? I haven't seen many Dimir lists outside of the Serpent stuff build, which, you know, even Executioner's Capsule there is still pretty awesome. Okay. That's a damn good card against us. But so is that. First things first, let's cast this on our Trinket Mage. Yes. And I think I'm going to grab a Vault. Just again, our hand's fighting us a little bit here, so sucks that. Oh, I should have. That was a little mini punt. I should have grabbed the one Seed of Synod so that we could have had a 3/3 blocker in the air, but not that big of a problem. But all right, we'll get our indestructible dude out, and I don't really see them picking on this stuff here. So I'd rather just get out some insurance against sprites in the future. Again, if they counter dispute, that's one thing, but the alternate cost of sacrificing still goes on the stack when we're able to zap something. You know what? I don't know why my animations are on. I always have those turned off. I hate that look. So let me see. In dual settings, disable. Where's that animation at? Pet settings. Oh well. I'll have to put up for that for now. Oops, sorry about that. Bloop, bloop. Here we go. Hiya. Hot da da. Pauper Akbar. Good to see ya. Down 2 minutes. I'm chatting too much. Down a game too. Better watch out. Okay. I was like, where'd our land go? It's like, it's being used, being attacked. Display and sound setting for animations. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Display, sound settings. Oh. Thank you, thank you. I don't know why the update made that not remember that, but it's just a silly memory hog, and it's kind of distracting. Appreciate that, Nim Chimpskey. Always got my back. Woo! All right. We got blockers for days. Bring out another Mistvault. Pretty good roll out there. We've got a lot of options here. Attacking's one of them. I've got that. You know, I'm going to sit back on that Undying Evil. I'm just going to hardcast the Macabre. Keep their fairies at bay. As we attack here. Oh, that would be fun, huh? Let's attack with Kenku. I'll leave this back. I've got Undying Evil targets all over the place here. Woo! Kenku! Not something I expected to see. Having to pay 4 life to kill a Kenku. That's pretty great. Not a problem. That would have been great because then we could add 2 awesome fat flyers, but instead we only have the 1. Oh well. But even here, we can block that that ninja with the Ghast and kill it. Don't know if that's really the call. I might want to have that mage go down instead. Kenwaku Kenku. I always say that 3 times fast. Yikes. It's neat. Just this, you know, here we are. I don't think we share a card between us other than like islands and swamps. And yet, both very strong decks. Just completely different ways of building Dimir. Fascinating. I think they're digging for Agony Warp. They would have obviously played it had they had it. Okay. I don't know if I like that pre-combat. That makes my math get really easy here with that ninja. Ghast just really, really grew on me this last year or two since it's been out. Didn't make any waves when it came out, and then every time I play with it, I'm like, wow, that's flexible. As noted there, that probably would have been an attack minus that. Oh boy, that's good timing, huh? Bring this out. Certainly. Oh boy. Embarrassment of riches at this point. Do we just crack the fountain or do we get the rat out? Huh. Yeah, we could rat for... I like getting the rat out here. So we've got an open board. Let's attack here. Yeah, let's do this. All right. And in matchups, you know, like against Burn and such, where, you know, it's game 1, and you're like, I don't want to wrap. It's always a good dispute target. Bit steep, but nice magnet for removal. If they've got any. All right. I will drop this. We could just rat, right? We could double pump it and just get all the way in, right? But I'd rather just hang out and do this. I'll do this now. Let's grab, I guess we just go Mulldrifter Artificer. Let's try that. Come on over for this, and yeah, let's do that. I'd like to get him a little low on life. They're probably on like some edicts, and that's the only reason they're not playing them is they're, you know, if I make a mistake like that, wrath the board, get him really low, and then edict, and then hard to rebuild. Okay, so we pull even. We got about 10 minutes, so I think we'll be okay on the clock. Not gonna lie, this deck is not one I would bring to, especially like a Sunday, because it's one of those anti-bathroom decks, right? You're up against the clock, you got, you know, you're hungry, it's the 4th round, you're doing good, but you don't have any. It's like, I've always liked faster decks for that reason too, so you can just kind of have a life when you're playing a tournament. You're not just dying for what am I trying to say? For the options to Just nourish yourself, do whatever. I'm going to get rid of the Fleshbag, bring in 1 Fangs. Fun to keep that rat alive, seeing that they're on a pretty heavy build of fairies and such. Undying Evil, I like our 1-drops, even though we're up against Fate. Boy, it'd be nice if this guy to show up, wouldn't it? Just to kind of eviscerate their hand. You know, I'm gonna keep our 1 thing. Dispute. I remember I had this at 3 for a while. It just felt wrong, but against this matchup with resources, I don't really want to see these till a little bit later in the game. So I'm going to cut to 3 on the draw here. See how we do. This list was super MVP. One of the best decks around before the Serpent build came around. Seems to have shifted to that. There's an argument for both for sure. Tell you when the those new cards came out with the initiative and stuff, that little Kenku Artificer was the one that I was just like, ooh, that's so cool. I can't wait to brew with that. And the Maestros Theater. We'll bring out this, just get our mana right immediately. Learned our lesson. I'm going to trip that theater for island unless we just top deck 1. We do have 1 seat that we can fetch for and 4 vault. Counterspell in hand. Let's make a note of that. Alrighty. There's no real reason to do anything other than the island draw here. Let's go get it. Clicking very slowly. Here we go. Love having Unearth, especially against a counter-heavy opponent. Ask the Mother May I. They use their turn to counter it. You pay 1 black and you get your thing back. Nichols watching in silence at work. Good luck, Deluxe. I love when people are playing hooky with my show. It's like that saying, money stolen is twice as sweet as money earned. There's something about it that just, I guess I have a mischievous imp in my past or something. I've always been a fan of that. All right, let's get rid of that counterspell. We know they got it. We know they got it. They're like, why are you doing this? Okay, cool. Man, Undying Evil and then Unexpected Fangs. That'd be a 3/3 rat. Try coming back from that. Sucker. Okay, bye-bye, rat. This is probably the last turn it's alive, I would imagine. No? What is going on here? Oh, boy, our hand is getting kind of ugly, isn't it? I'm considering like an Undying Evil bluff here. They try to kill it, we still Undying Evil, and we have a Tragic Slip backup. That would be pretty funny. But wasted. I do not want to cycle that Unearth here. All right, we'll try it now for obvious reasons. Bloop. Plus we got kind of an extra one there. What are we going to see here? Counterspell. Okay. Undying Evil. It has died. Thus, we shall kill you. All right. Oh, where's our Undying Evils now? I'm playing like a fool. Nah, couldn't have told that was going to top deck, but I was bitching about Augur not joining the party, and here it is. Late to the party, but I'll take it nonetheless. Sometimes a good target for Unearth itself. Boy, oh boy. I'd really like to see another one of those come back, right? We can always unearth it, I guess. What are they sitting on? Like just snuff out and we have all black creatures? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Blue Brother Augur of Skulls was at the party. Kill. I've already seen that. Okay. No sense in let's get him down to 3. Be a really good time to top deck a Bog right now. Snuff out Sprite. Yep, 2/2 rat. Let's maybe we can get another one out of this here. Might as well. Why counter spells when you can just pull them out of their hand? Cool. Well, that worked out nicely. You know, I could just attack into that. If he blocks, I pop for 1. And I could regen. Let's try that. It's sloppy, but I like it. Okay. I'll regenerate here. Bloop. Except that we lose our rat if I do that, don't we? That was really dumb. Play the land. We'll just kill this now. Don't know quite what I was thinking there. Mark the punt. Quite sure what their aqueducts are for, although we have 2 bogs and we haven't found them either, so maybe they're looking for them. Would be nice to fit an aqueduct or 2 in this list. I just felt like the land was really humming right where it was at. That's unfortunate. We lose the rat. That's a good saying, Nim Chimpskey. A punt a day keeps the prizes away. I'm going to risk this. Try to keep him really honest. 1/1's not going to get us anywhere. Got rid of an Agony Warp. Oh boy, what are they holding on to now, huh? Well, we'll just cast a dude. Either another Agony Warp or what else could they have? It's like one of the best cards against us. Okay. That's bad for our clock. Relic can really eat up our clock. We are almost in the red zone here with our life. And it's not like we've done a ton of damage to our opponent here. This is one of the other reasons. Notice we're coming up on an hour and we're still in the very first game. This is a deck for those people that really like to think a lot and grind. So I was hoping, even if we're going to lose, much rather run into a bunch of red decks today, so see what improvements need to be made to make this tournament viable. Because make no mistake, back in the day, this was a heavy hitter. Not a list you really wanted to run up against. Had game against a lot, but that was back in the day too, when Infect and all that had Invigorate, and Fume Spitter would go a long way to keep your guys safe or keep keep them unsafe, killing them. Reaping the graves is always good. All right, we'll get rid of a slip. Here we go. Alrighty. Attacking here. Alrighty. Bye-bye, Graveyard. Guess they're not playing Angler. Boom. Rat out your friend. Show us what you're hiding. A preordain. Okay. Dismiss that. At this point, they have to have more counter magic. So that first game, we've got all of them out. So far, we've only seen one hard counter. I wish they would make the interface to where this was like redded out or something. Because sometimes I have both these open and I think it's the graveyard and it's caused an error or two in my time. But nothing like that last one. Alrighty, let's walk right into a counter. Boop. At least it's a blocking wall. Hey, cool, it works. Yes. Now we have... Alright, we don't need mana, so it's either Capsule or Fountain. I think I'm going to lean on Capsule here. Blood Fountain is going to help us with bad draws, though. With that little blood token. Let's get out the Fountain for the inevitable death that's about to show up. I'll throw this out here. Okay, we can kill that in response. Boop. There we go. Now if we draw any more lands, we can at least pitch them away and we can block and trade with ninjas and have the fear of the Trinket Mage coming back. So the Augur did quite a bit of work there, eviscerating our opponent's hand to get him kind of, yeah, I agree with you there, Murphy Black. I was a bit convoluted there for a minute, but I came to my senses. Ninja time. Okay, block trade with that. Really liking the 2 fountains, 3 unearth. Feels like just enough graveyard love. Not too overboard. Does make people bring in relics, but it's one less card. Ooh. My chat just blinked at me. I'm not quite sure if that did that for everybody else on the feed. About 46 minutes in. Yeah, ever since the update of Magic Online, I've been having, it's been, the interfaces, we saw that the other week where it froze up. It was like, what is going on here? This never did this stuff before. All right, that will die. That will do that. I kind of need that. Let's attack. One of the few times I almost wished I was flooded there. Oh my god, it did it again. What is going on here? At least I foresaw it that time. Come on. What's going on here? Okay. Are we still rolling? I guess so. Not quite sure if it's the... Oopsie. Did I... We are... Okay. That's on their turn. That was really strange. Well, good. I'm glad they are. Let's see. You know what? I will lose this because I think we're going to lose the Trinket Mage this, and then we'll be able to bring back both with the Blood Fountain. Okay, that's a goner. Let's pull this off because one thing's already died. I know the timer. Probably going to lose on time, right? Okay. Well, that sucks. We can maybe distract with the Blood Fountain play here. Bloop, bloop. 2, 4, 6, 7. They've got enough for the Edict to come back. I don't think they want to spend their whole turn doing that, though. So we've got enough to play both. Obviously, the Trinket Mage is a little bit more valuable. You would think... Oh, I shouldn't have played that. I'm just full of errors here. Cast this. Bonk. Cast this. Whoop. Yes. Blood Fountain. For the same reasons. Cast Blood Fountain. Do they have a fairy? I guess we'll find out. Here it comes. Nope. Hard counter. What on earth are they waiting for? 2 minutes remaining. Yeah. Trinket Control. Trinket Control. Trinket Control. We're getting controlled at this moment by the clock, by technology, and by our opponent. Boy, do we need some evasion. Cast this. Let's go. Woo! It's back. It's back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Murphy Black, telling you, it's not the best stream choice, and I think that's probably why I don't play it all that often, because it's one of my least favorite things to do on a stream is play grindy decks, because I just don't like to. I like grindy when I'm alone, a nice beer or something, and I'm really in, no distractions and stuff. I'm all for it, but not when I'm streaming. There's just too many things, too much time to fill, that sort of stuff. Mr. Chatterbox here. I'm always trying to be Mr. Wannabe Radio Announcer while we're doing these things. Keep you guys entertained, all that stuff. All right, I'm finding out Stormbound Geist is really good against us. This is probably pretty good here too. Let's bring out a Trinket Mage. We're going to lose on time, but we're going to have some fun doing it. We'll bring out the Executioner's Capsule. Bloop, bloop. Blonk, blonk. We'll bring out this. Should we? That really doesn't do anything, does it? Yeah, should we just attack here? We'll attack. That way we can at least kill that after combat. Okay. We have the blood token. I like it, I like it, I like it. We can kill an Augur too. Okay. Do this here. Boop. This will go -1/1/1 here. We'll kill that. Boop. That'll die. 2 on 2. Good times. 1 minute left. 10 to 13. How's it going? Opponent with 1 card. And again, this stage of the game, if we had more time, we could just sit back and use our mana to just stop ninjas from ever doing anything. Sometimes with a Lifestaff can actually trade and keep regenerating if you don't need the life gain there. Speaking of life gain, I will trade with this ninja all day long. Gonna bring out 1. See if it gets countered. What on earth is he doing that for? Okay. Bring out another. Attack with the other. $50 seconds. Demir's a good time. They still got the Chainer's Edict there. Okay. Where did the 5 minutes go, huh? Or 4 minutes? Draw 2 cards so that I can eviscerate your hand. Okay. That makes it a little more pleasant. Another Augur? Alrighty. I think I'm going to lose that. Of course, the regeneration thing is a time hog, too, if he attacks here. Yeah, he knows the game. Good pull, opponent. This is a time hog. Boop. Alrighty. Let's attack. I think I'll wait on that. I think we got maybe one more turn. If the Mulldrifter dies, that would be awesome right now. Dang it. Alright, here we go. Too many triggers, too little time. Looks like we got this one short up if it worked, but yeah, it felt pretty sick, huh? Oh no, I missed the win there. I was so hurried up watching out for my clock. I didn't pay attention to this. See if we can get there. Yeah, we could have gone for... Oh, man, that cost us the game. Okay, the deck's 1-0. I'm 0-1. Or at least the clock got us. Kenku for the win there with the Mistvault. We would have swung in the air for 6. All right, cool. And we're out of time. Well, but that was me. Clock troubles, you know, they get you down. So anybody that missed that, like I did, I mean, I didn't miss it. I saw it, but I was already in that mode of like, you know, save time. I need some more coffee. That was pretty grindy. You know, I was looking in the archives of Propaganda in our I'm not joking. It's in the thousands of sequences and projects over the years that I've done, and, you know, auto saves and stuff. And there's just and I wasn't the most organized when I started Propaganda. So a lot of things get lost in these like attics of my edit bay. And so every once in a while I'll be going around and I'll see something and I'll dust it off and I'm like, oh wow, that's a trip. So it's based off the Magic card Feed the Clan, courtesy of Chris Ackerman and the old Comedy Bang Bang crew. I'm gonna go grab some coffee. Be back hopefully with a few less punts. The deck's 1-0. I'm 0-1. See you in just a few.
I'm headed across the country on a search for America's best burger. And my wife's murderer. No burger is too big, and no clue too small. On America's most killer burgers and Ackerman's most wanted killer. If you're in Pittsburgh and looking for a that's not the pits, then look no further than Terry's Tavern. All right, Terry, I have heard of fries next to a burger, but fries on top of a burger, that's crazy.
Well, you know what? We like to get the fries right in the mix. It gives the burger that killer crunch.
Yeah. Speaking of killers, I have a little question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know who killed my wife?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Have you ever seen this woman before?
No.
As long as you're being honest with me, then maybe you could tell me if this burger makes the fries soggy. Because I bet it does, doesn't it?
A little bit, but,
Yeah?
sorry about your wife, man. That's horrible.
Terry convinced me that he might know burgers, but he doesn't know who murdered my wife. Our next stop is Chicago's famous Hamburger Hut. So, Louise, I don't think I want to know the answer to this, but why is this one called the Fiendish Demon?
Well, she is topped with chopped jalapenos, a spicy pepper jack cheese, and a habanero relish.
You know what I would relish is finding the identity of my wife's killer.
Wait, so your wife has been murdered, and you're just driving around trying hamburgers?
Yeah, the whole burger thing is paying for me to go around the country looking for my wife's murderer, okay?
Well, my brother's a private detective. He can actually help you. We can call him. Okay, I'll take you.
Spicy! The search for my wife's murderer was going nowhere. But my appetite was going somewhere. The original Timmy's in Hollywood.
Here you go, Scotty.
Oh, Timmy, I cannot wait to get a bite of this. This might be the best cheeseburger I've ever tasted.
It's like I always say, all you need to make a great burger is some cheddar cheese, some toasted buns, and some grade A ground beef.
Classic. Oh my God, I love it. I almost forgot. Have you ever seen this woman?
No.
Figured. Timmy, I have a surprise for you. I'm naming this cheeseburger America's most killer burger.
Oh my God, thank you, Scott. I got most killer burger. 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 Mavis. It's too late, Scott. You're too late. Mavis would be glad to know that she was the best you've ever had. Oh, stop it.
What's in the burger? What's in the burger?
That burger was made of your pretty wife.
Oh, God! No! Oh, God! Man, I wish we had picked a prize other than a presidential pardon and a picture of me with the winner where I had to smile. Still, you gotta hand it to Timmy. He serves up old school burgers with a whole new twist.
All right. God, I love that skit. I know it's a little long, but all right, we'll keep this. No blue, but I just love that skit in the end where it's like, oh, too bad I had to pose with a picture and smile with a presidential pardon. Just dark is right. I love that stuff. Thanks for indulging me. All righty, let's lead off with a vault and see if we can do something against, looks like some sort of removal build. All right, Night's Whisper showing up. Oh, is this the new black-green one? Another super grind fest in the making? We shall see. Let's rock here. Yeah, they go all out. Comedy Bang Bang had such good stuff. Their skits, their show is a little loopy sometimes, but good afternoon viewing, that's for sure. Relentless Rats. Okay. Let's, I don't really have anything here, but we're going to go for it. Bloop, bloop. See how many rats go in the yard here. Get a swamp and another rat. Oh, there's the Undying Evil. Darn it. All right. Well, since we do have that, that would be pretty cool to completely destroy their hand next turn. Let's try it. Bloop, bloop. Bring this out here. All right. Yeah, they're going to go huge and go all in, right? I haven't seen one of these lists in a long old time. All righty. Those rats are going to do a lot of double duty, aren't they? All right, we'll take 3. Boy, it's almost worthy of keeping that skulls around just a block because these things are going to get awfully huge. We'll put this on here. Kill their hand. Discard 2. Yeah, we'll just get rid of their whole hand. Discard 2. Bye-bye, hand. And booyah. Okay, we could do that. We could do that. Let's bring out this. There's a bog. I told you we had some. 3, 4. We're going to take quite a bit of damage here. I also like in that skit where he's amazed at the burger and he's like, oh yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, have you seen this lately? I figured. It's just so cavalier and cold. Him and Conan O'Brien, like the Wiki Bear, that kind of stuff. I just adore those skits. The Dentist, I like it. Oh boy, that was a really good top deck. Alrighty, let's we'll bring out this. I think I want to keep the Lifestaff back in case he's got some sort of removal for that, or we have to block. I don't know, maybe they put some massive thing on there. So we're going to be hurting. Take 6. I'm going to have to deal a lot more than that too, man. Bam. Ha. Who needs removal when you remove everything, right? Okay, here we go. Blop, 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 boom, boop. Okay, colors are right. Staff's right. Crypt Rats on point. Go like this. Do this while we can. Come on, work. Done. Gain 3. Reset the board. Rats in tow. Here we go. Cool. I think we'll hold the rats for now. Do the trade option there. Sure. Yeah, let's do that. And all right, 2 minutes down. I gotta start playing faster. No land. There's a land. Darn it. We can still trade. Shambling Ghast can always take down something a little bit bigger than itself because of the -1. Ooh, that kind of blows, but At least we'll get some life. And 2 tokens out of the deal. Ooh, that's a lot of card. Gain 3 life. Make 2 tokens. Draw 2 cards. I like that Marauder at this stage. Get rid of one of those pesky rats. There's rats all over the place here. What's going on? Alrighty. That's curious too. I'm just going to get rid of it. Bloop. No more big rats. We'll bring out our rat. Bloop. And because we've got the treasure tokens, we'll equip it now. Oh yeah. Is Twitch acting up? Everything looking good here. Alrighty. Let's attack. Best case scenario there. Gain some life. Go like this. Put this back on. And off we go. Not sure if it's a Twitch side thing or what. Things are looking and sounding good on my end, but sometimes Saturdays can be a bummer when if they have ginormous events. Unearth showing up. Okay. That will spend the end of that. All right. I almost made this mistake again. I'm going to use the treasure token here and not the vault. I've already fallen for that a few times. Yes. The capsule's not going to do anything here, but these will. So let's grab a fountain. Rock like this. I'll attack into that. I like to keep that unearthed back. So we'll just hang out. We can Blood Fountain and Undying Evil. Did I say Unearth? I meant Undying Evil. Yeah, I've noticed that too, PT Bobby. Sometimes you can... ooh, that's going to suck. When this hits, I'm going to just eviscerate the board here. All right, first things first. We're going to Undying Evil on this. While that's on the stack, I'm going to hit for black, 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 black. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, hold on. Gotta make sure that works first. Make sure Undying Evil resolves. Then do the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done, and it gets no life. We take 1. Get a Trinket Mage back. Playing the hell out of this thing, I tell you. Woo! Hey, why not? We'll just get another Blood Fountain. All right. Yeah, that was a sweet little play. Bop, 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 bop. All right. Definitely want one of those. Definitely want our fangs in this matchup. Capsule, no good. Bye-bye. Only need to lose one more card. What shall it be? Fleshbag's not going to be all that great in this matchup. I do like to have access to one, though. So we'll keep it like that. I don't believe we have any dead cards now. Let's go. Cool, cool. Rats. Kind of lists don't look too serious unless they start working, and then it's just like, oh my god, just like slivers, you know. You get a few lords out there, and in their case, they have kind of indefinite lords. It's a neat study in deck design, though, as far as like how you build a thing like that, you know. How far all in do you go? I really like this hand as long as we don't get stuck on lands, but this guy helps us out, whereas the old Fume Spitter doesn't. We will keep this hand. Got early blockers early enough. We might be able to just Fangs our way to victory here on a 4/4 flying body. We'll see. At least we didn't see a Dark Ritual into you know what. We'll lead off with that. Yield. That's how you would have sided Nim. Very nice. Okay, change of plans here. Let's kill our hand. It's a good show when we've at least had one of the Undying Evil eviscerated hand augur plays. We'll go like this. Even this is a nice interaction with the tragic slip. Because something has died. I get rid of half their hand. It's a Gary to be sure. Alright, let's bring this out and then we'll slip that. I just don't want these guys getting out of hand here. Really would have been nice to hit a land, but we can dispute the Ghast here and still do things. What am I trying to say? Okay, that's better. Now we have a blocker and company. Let's go like this. Kenku. For this. Technically can double block here if he drops another rat, which is likely. Okay, that's fine. A lot of people don't remember that combat math with the Ghast. It's not something you want to be attacking into usually, especially when you're tapped out. Yep. It's frustrating. The old block, block, block trick. Well, we got our blue on board, didn't we? I guess we have to get an island at this stage. That's a little painful. Do we just start swinging for that? Or do we wait for the rat? I think we wait for the rat. I'm going to slow roll this, guys. We're going to bring out a Crypt Rat. Pass the turn. Another rat shows up. Okay. Well, if we get a swamp out of the deal, we'll be alright. Which we will have if he attacks with that Ghast. Yikes. This just got really real. We need all kinds of help now. Block, block. At least we don't take 10 damage this turn. He's got 20 on the board. So yeah, what are you going to do? Token, please. Oh, we top deck 1, 2, 3, 4. A swamp. We've got this game in hand. Swamp? Nope. Kenku is pretty funny. We could do this onto Augur is interesting here too, but I'm not going to be using that mana for that. I just want this to generate mana. Gosh, do we Fangs here? I think I might as well just Fangs EOT. There's no reason to do it right now. I just have to stay alive. It's a very poor man's way of getting a swamp out of the deal is using a Shambling Ghast. What do they draw? Not enough mana for a Gary. Couple of lines here. Unexpected Fangs on the rat. What would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we would have 5. Be down a lot of life. I think that's how I go. What is this new devilry? Well, that makes things a little easier, doesn't it? We could top an Unearth. So that plan would still go through. Let's do this now. Okay. Should we just get rid of one altogether? 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that. That way we can kill one. Cheapen the numbers a bit here. -1, 1. Why are you hiding from me? Get in there. Sucker. Yeah, Fangs interest might have been the play there. Maybe I'm waiting for too much to go right here. Right? We've got the Fangs. We've got that. So we're gonna play this dude on defense. I'm gonna need a regen here. Oh, we'll Fangs this turn. Yeah, I should have Fangs there. That was a second little screw up of the day. Ouch, that'll seal the deal. Bye-bye. Block here, block here. We will regenerate here. We'll cast Fangs here. This sucker. Whoosh. Crunch. No. Evoke. Can we get the thing? The Undying? The goods? No, we do not. It's dead, Jim. Rock like this, and we go to game 3. Dead meat. Too many rats. We didn't have the... I don't think we had the 5, PT Bobby. Fang's good. Yeah, they just got there a little bit faster than we did, didn't they? Rat slip. Things are looking good. Blood fountain might be a bit slow. Let's bring in a slip. Alright. I could have missed it, but don't believe so. I was analyzing it pretty carefully. Yes. Here we go. Really screwed. Mulligan. Flooded. We'll keep. Throw a swamp back, I guess. We will be drawing more of them. Watch, that's all we ever draw. That would really suck. Man, it feels really good. And remember, we would have won last game if it wasn't for this guy. It's tough when you have less than 10 seconds left, and the only thing that could have won the game that turn was that, and I was not prepared. Let's get some Metalcraft going. I've already seen Cast Down. Cool. I'm going to sit on those rats for a little bit. Bring this out. Alrighty. Well, gosh, at this stage, do we just grab a land? Either another bridge or a blood fountain. Probably lean on fountain here. Alright. Be getting back our rats. There's one. How long do we wait, right? How long indeed? Bring out this. Bring out this. I guess we just sit back. Play rat next turn. Okay. Lifestaff doing some work. I'm going to discard one of these. There we go. I like that a lot. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. We attack, dispute. I can't let those rats get too out of hand, though. I seriously think I just have to rat here. I mean, there's so many neat little interactions. Attack, maybe. Hopefully they trade. They probably wouldn't. Then we can dispute it. get it back, gain 3, but you know, all of a sudden we're looking at 16 damage or something, you know, very soon. I want to get this out. We've at least got the Undying Evil. Kind of telegraphed our play there a little bit, and that we pitched an Undying Evil. Alrighty, let's see if we can keep this dude alive. I've still got the Blood Fountain play, but it's going to be too little too late if this stays down. Another cast down? Okay. Hey, at least it's not a rat, right? I like that. Oh, and if we just top deck a swamp here, we can activate. Our life will go even. We'll kill their board, and we can at least get a dispute out of the way. That's what I remember, Pauper Tim, but like I said, I've had plenty of issues already today. Let's block here, nullify this, makes our decision tree a lot easier. We pull even on life. Lifestaff doing all kinds of work. The bog. The bog does some work. Okay. Well, the fountain's still out. That's good times. What to kill? I'm going to play this. Sure, not going to block, so I might as well attack. Keep that back. Leaving open regeneration, Crypt Rat activation, or deadly dispute shenanigans. This is frustrating. I think we let this go. Tough spot to be in with the rats and then the Augur of Skulls. Of course, we've already pitched, I believe, 2 Undying Evils. Yeah, we've got 2 more left in the list. Kind of the grease of the list. The gas, whatever you want to call it. All right, come on over. I think if they had cast down, they would have used it. Make me very comfy and just tap your mana for something so I can start playing. I think it's worth losing the Blood Fountain here to the Deadly Dispute. What is this? Okay, that's gonna be massive rat. Okay. That makes my next turn very easy. Let's think this through. If I just... I'm going to have to Wrath for 4. So this whole killing that's not going to make too much sense. So I might as well dispute it now. It's going to die. I'm going to dispute this. Good, we got an Unearth out of the deal. So our rat can really come back, do some double duty. We'll equip it here. And Wrath for 4, I guess, here. Oopsie. Not like that. You fool. The second option, I tell you. Done. Crunch. Get our board back. Now then, not quite sure if the Augur's the play. I mean, we still have the Blood Fountain option. So I guess we're not too hurting here. Outside of that, let's to rat or not to rat? I'm gonna rat. I've got a skull in hand. Down goes the thing. Yeah, I'll definitely say I screwed up on that other game, but kind of the best kind of screw up, right? Had like 7 seconds. I might not have even been able to click through all that stuff to attack in the air with that at that point. Would have been interesting though. Talk about kind of an MVP highlight of like, you know, top ending finishes, but it ended in a punt. The clock's not there, you know, you can think things through, and you're like, even in like Paper Magic last night with Aaron always going to time, you know, you've got 5 turns. It's not like tick, 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 you got 3 more seconds. It's like, I better attack. You know, I think I probably would make that mistake over and over and over again just because of the situations that were surrounding it. But had that been like in Paper, you could sit there and go, okay, well, if I top deck that, I can win. Or like a Crypt Rat or anything like that. So feels like we got this one shored up. I don't really want to get too rambunctious. I'm going to lead off with this. And attack here. Let's see. Let me equip this here. This will be dying next turn. Very worth the sacrificial benefit here. Augur of Skulls. Just make sure you've got your upkeep set and stopped. Good times. Was this Gary? Yeah, I thought so. Remember, you can always respond to Gary trigger. I know I've already done that this game, but it's a pretty good time. Two mana showing up. We're going to have some fun here. Bloop. Boom. Boom. Blood Fountain. And is looking and feeling good. Woo! All right. Oh, I already forgot to do it, didn't I? See? Always screwing up, I tell ya. Let's get this dude out. I can block Gary all day long. We'll get this turned off. And, let's get this for the extra damage. What a time hog this deck is, man. Okay. So that's gone. And that just stays. And I guess we'll bring out one more dude just for the token ability, or we might get a dispute on board. We've already got enough to kill their hand here and regenerate. That's good times. I always forget, regenerate's such a strong ability mid to late game, and you know, it's just never used anymore outside of like, oh, what do you got? River boas, mire boa. There's not many other critters that see much play. I got Keldorian dead of the Cooper the Red fan persuasion, right? Now I'm remembering why I don't stream this very often. Our clock is just getting chewed up. There's so many decision trees and stuff. I love playing it. It's a lot of fun, but okay, that kind of sucks. That'll put us... Yeah, and it is. I've had some matchups there where the Augur just sits there and blocks that terror all day long, and it's until you draw your Undying Evil, and then you're good to go. All right, time to kill their hand. Let's see if I can remember this time. Bloop, bonk, get 3 life back. They lose all but one of their cards. Swamp, maybe. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's all good stuff. Okay, 1 rat. I like that. We'll bring out another. We will be blocking this turn, but inevitably we will still be sacrificing that. So we'll go like this. Pass the turn. That Lifestaff is such a pain in the butt. Can't invest in the board because of the rat. If you hold on to your hand, it gets eviscerated via the Augur. Good times. Block. right, Jan, Dispute, good times. I guess we do this now. Get a token out of the deal. Draw 2 cards. Ooh, that's nice. Not quite sure if we need to use it yet, though. So we're going to Rats next turn for the board. That kind of blows. But we've already used our fountain. Yeah, I'll just chill. Sacrifice. I'll do it. Gain 3 life. Bloop. Don't be a swamp. I think it's a rat, right? Oh, it's a swamp. All right. Bloop. Here we go. Might as well. Throw this up. Attack for 2. Three, 6, 7 damage we could do here. I'll opt to do 5. 5. Done. Crunch. Cool. Now, 1, 2, 3. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got the win next turn if I just don't do anything. I don't have to play the rat out here. Just chill out. Okay. But even this, everything goes to game 3. Oh, that makes it easier. Boop. One of my favorite cards of all time is Unearth. 1, 2. Okay. Bloop. All right. W. Ha. You know what? I apologize. I need another break. There wasn't much coffee. We're going to check out Sideboards Explored, and we'll be back for another round right after this from our sponsors. Wink, wink.
Welcome to Sideboards Explored, gaining life. Weather the Storm leads the pack in this category, assuming you have access to green mana, often netting upwards of 20 life. This card is the hallmark of life gain. Sylvok Lifestaff is a bastion of hope against damage, brilliant in creature combat. However, be careful when playing this, as it can really make games go long. Watch your clock. Crypt Incursion's strength to eat an aggro player's graveyard and gain horrific amounts of life are not to be overlooked. In the right deck, the scale of life gain this can reach will cause many opponents to scoop out of sheer frustration. Siphon Life is a cool and synergistic way around prevention effects, while at the same time providing a life swing. Its retraceability is a fantastic way to prevent flooding late game. Unexpected Fangs has become quite expected in many swamp-based strategies. When paired with a massive creature like Gurmag Angler, it can keep you safe from those burn matchups, usually in one swing. In the right deck, Harsh Sustenance can be both a life boon and an instant speed kill spell, especially if your opponent is hiding behind a Fog-style Stonehorn Dignitary type of lock. For 3 mana, Pulse of Marasa is a lot of card, netting you a fallen critter with the massive upside of big life gains.
Refreshed and ready, already in the queue as we look at this beautiful list. Not really any changes I want to make right now for the old, except maybe the one ginger boot in the side. That might be cool. I might want to find a place for one of those main. It's just such a good little card. Really, 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 really like it. Dispute, I'm not going to lie. This is maybe the one of the little caveats where I'm just, doesn't feel like it has enough early targets that are that beneficial. Obviously, a Ghast is really good. If you're up against a mono black list, that A lot of times I find myself picking on my own land to just kind of try to accelerate into more stuff. So it's something to be worked on a little bit here. Maybe a combination of Sign in Blood and Dispute. Not quite sure. We'll see. Yeah, let's go. Not to the bone. Very good life card. All right, we're going to keep this. We got removal. We're a bit flooded, but I'm happy with it. We'll see what we do. All right. I think I'm just going to signal let's kill stuff. Once that's out, it's pretty hard to counter. Vines or Apostle's Blessing maybe, but you ain't going to counter it. Strange name, Tough Drunken. Uh-oh. Here we go. This is the list that so far I've been about 45% against. Definitely need a little bit of help. Augur will go a long way if I can get there. Do we just go for the Augur immediately here? I think I'm going to do that. The off chance they don't have removal, which is a very fat chance. At least it'll be pointed at our dude. We maybe unearth it later. It's going to cost him 1 card or 2, depending. Better than at our head. Oh, is this just... I have not faced Rakdos Burn, which I believe this is what we're up against. And discarding is not going to be that good against this. And neither is this, because outside of this, I believe the only other card they've got is the Kitchen Imp in that build. Okay, we'll just take this damage here. I'm going to risk it. Fiery Temper might be headed our way, but at this stage, they've still got a discard outlet anyway in their blood tokens. So I'm going to think it's worth it here as we do this. Bloop. It'd be really nice if we had the combo, but we don't. So Fiery Temper. Let the cat out of the bag. Solidify that they're on Rakdos Burn. Pretty sure it's obvious there with that bridge. Trinket Control. We would be 2-0. The ending of that game is just awesome. Oh, good for them. They've got it. All right, cool. Yep. Navigator's Compass I had in this list for a little bit. Felt a little wasted outside of the life gain. There are not too many reasons to bounce it or ways to. And then we're only playing 2 colors. I could see if I... dipped into red or something. Might be an option there. Alrighty, let's do this. Seems kind of silly. I'm really considering killing that. I'll bring out a swamp. That Epicure. There's just not many other critters in that list. Yeah, I know it looks ridiculous, but that's 1 damage every single turn. I'm just going to try to mitigate it. It's not going to be able to kill the Kitchen Imp, so screw it. There's the card. Kitchen Imp in the house. Black Shock every turn. I haven't seen this list in, gosh, 3 or 4 months. I don't know why it went away. Always seems very, very good. I love Navigator's Compass in lists where you're definitely splashing a 3rd color. Let's see. Darby a good option, matey. Let's unearth the dude. Wish it flew. We'll play... I guess we can regenerate another time. No sense in doing this. Let's bring out this, just in case we top deck you-know-who. Yeah, I think you're right there, Nim Chimpskey. Answer my own question. Thank you for that. Yeah, that deck's here to stay, boy. Like I said last week, I feel almost bad for Little Fight. Just, finally Burn is just the top list, and you come, I don't know about you guys, sometimes I'll make like a white build with like missionaries, and just on paper you're like, there's no way, and then you're down a game. You're like, what happened? And you still gain some life. But It just gets there. It's got a way of doing it, that's for sure. Okay. They've got discard outlets. I know we're walking right into a little bit of their game plan there. But it's not going to do too much good blocking. Okay. I'm going to trip that skull just so that I can get the tragic slip out of the way. Kill something. And we will net 2 cards. They are tapped out, so this is kind of the do it now or never. So we take 4. Yeah, having a discard engine main is very hurtful against us. Not a deck I expected to see. Interesting little meta call, though, you know? Nobody's really expecting it. Lose half your hand. No synergy for you. Can I top deck a rat? Where were you last turn? You jerk. I'll go like this. Oh, thanks, O Regular. Take the few viewers I've got. I'm kidding. Sort of. How many of these things is this guy running? Definitely think we're losing this first game. Seems to be a theme with this list. And we win the next 2. Alrighty. Yep. Dead meat here. Draw all or discard against a deck that has madness. That was pretty tragic. Alright. Augur, bye-bye. I don't want to play into that plan anymore. We need all the life we can get. Bring these in. And Fleshbag, not going to be that great in this matchup here. Honestly, maybe just some tragic slips. Yeah, I don't know about that. Capsule's going to go bye-bye. Could always trip that. I'll bring in some Macabres just to trade in the air. See how we do there. Let's keep one of these in. Let's try that. Boop. I just can't get in to watch. I've never seen a good Pauper tournament feed. They don't have enough cameras. They don't have enough, other than like maybe the Pro Tour. But even then, it's a little. And you get so tired of people doing that stuff with their cards. It's like, stay still. I'll keep this. Open up our yards here. Little October sky swamp here. Good times. All right. I'll just be casting that Macabre for pure value here to trade for imps in a pinch. Or maybe make them 3/3s on a good day. Bog showing up. For tempo, I'm just going to do this now. Not that there's many targets in that list. Attack! I had the worst cramp playing pickleball with the wife. I was actually almost crippled for about 3 days. I could barely walk. It's like, but yet the more I walked, the better it got. So it was really, really strange to get the first new shoes I've had in forever. And away we go. Here we are. Cool. Change of plans. We'll just attack here. You know. This might be fun, huh? Cool. Should we Undying Evil it? That'd be fun. Get a little 2/2 out of it. Maybe ask for some damage. Sure. We're going to use these a little recklessly, just in the... I mean, just because we don't really have the discard engine going on here, so... Alright, let's make a token. And, yeah. Boop. There we go. Now, do we want to do that? Let's just get the lady out. Bloop. Cast it on down. We'll go aggro. We'll dispute next turn. 300 players, my goodness. That is nuts. We'll have to share that feed after this. Very cool. Dig that artwork. It's almost an homage to that one that looks like banana artwork where the boat's in the foreground. It's like, this is later after the canopy's kind of been cleared out. What do we got here? All right. What are they going after now? Our head or the macabre or what? Well, that's cool. It's like when people do this, it's like, I don't have to hurt something. I just get mana out of the deal. Cool. I might have misclicked there. Maybe they meant to point at the fairy. I'm not sure. Now, if I draw Mulldrifter, I'm set, thanks to our opponent. It's like, oh, wait. It's a bird of paradise. Sure. We'll just fix our mana now. The Maestros Theater. Attack. Yeah. If we can get our Lifestaff online, I feel like we can take this one down. We need a Trinket Mage or whatnot. So many options when you run a Trinket Mage package in 2 colors like this. I mean, got the, what do you call the Witching Well. There's that one artifact that keeps coming back, the enchantment that fairies used to run a little bit of. Pretty cool. Alrighty, well, we'll kill that straight away. I could use a combat trick with the Deadly Dispute Geist token, make a Macabre go all the way with against a Kitchen Imp. How's the vein gonna get there? Alright. Value Town coming around. I'll just EOT this. Hopefully drawing like a Mulldrifter or something awesome. Here we go. Get rid of this little clock damage. They keep gaining just enough life and they peck at you like a little woodpecker, and before you know it, you're in single digits, and then a few alms of the veins later, and boop, 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 you're dead. Yeah, we don't much care for our graveyard quite yet. A little bit of utility here and there, not really worth attacking in my opinion. I think that'll about a lot though of graveyards. Oh boy, that's a really good top deck. My goodness. Whew. Wow. Let's just see what we draw first. Cast Evoke. And this was the trick before Ephemerate showed up, boys and girls. Boink. Booyah. Refill the hand. Pow. Boom, 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 boom. Attack. We've got 3 damage all over the place. So probably going to take both our guys down, but at least we'll gain 3 life out of the deal. And Crypt Rats can save the party. Yeah, Nim Chimpskey, our little local store. Remember about 6 months back, I was going like every Sunday with Aaron and having a good old time. And they did the cardinal sin of, any sort of brick and mortar store where they just kept moving the time. Just now it's 2 hours later. Now it's 4 hours sooner. Now it's on, this day. Now it's, people just got tired of trying to figure it out. It was like, what? Shouldn't have moved it at all. It's like when you get an app or something that works perfectly and then they go and update it with all this stuff you don't need. It's just like, oh, man. Let's attack first here. Probably go grab a blood fountain because I'm sure our stuff's not long for this world. But I kind of like it because football's on here in the States and I got my lazy Sundays. Okay, we'll let that go. This is feeling pretty good. Let's bring out a Trinket Mage. Still haven't played a land yet. See if Kenku Boy's going to show up. Yes. Lifestaff would be cool, but it's pretty hard to say no to the blood fountain. And that'd be funny. Well, Fleshbag probably kill the mage and then fountain back the Mulldrifter and all that stuff. So for right now we'll do this, get our bridge online and pass the turn. Yeah, but if you like this list, I promise you, if you're not under the gun of the clock, like we saw in that first matchup, this thing always can do it. It's just too much stuff going on, too much interaction. It's a very solid little list. One of those obviously, more than the sum of its parts. So you can kind of hold its own, face the Trinket Control, which the deck won, we lost. But it does not suffer fools, that's for sure. I'll keep that Macabre back and just trade, or at least offer the trade. After we swing for 5 and trip that fountain, that'll be good times. There's also the option of getting rid of looting. If we can get the Macabre back, but I don't think it's worth that. We do need stuff to die, though. Okay. That hurts a little bit. We lose one creature. We still got the blood fountain relevance out and about. Shall we attack? Let me put this on here. Right. Boom. Crunch. Let me go like here. I'm going to lose this. Gain 3 life. Play the bridge. We'll equip the thing. I think this is going to be more advantageous. And we'll trip the blood token there. Okay. Another looting. Probably going to be at 14 life. Opponent at 10 at the end of this one. Macabre doing some work. I like it. Always remember, one of my funniest and favorite plays. It's a bad one. Discard the Macabre to no target and unearth it on turn 1 for a 2/2 flyer. On turn 1. That's just fun to say you did it. I wouldn't recommend doing it in a tourney. You're down a card or 2. But if left unanswered, it can be pretty cool. We got 6 damage a turn here. We've got the win with Crypt Rats. Actually, if I just, I don't even have to risk it. I can just go, no, we don't have a second staff. Yeah, there's no reason to really do that yet. Let's attack first. They don't have an instantaneous way of discarding, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. We gain 3. We still got the win with the rats. If they had a token out, I wouldn't do it because they could alms in response, but pretty sure we got this. All rat for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. All right. Bunk. Bad matchup, but seems like we're being able to hold our own here once we modify and get out of their game plan with these. I'm liking what we got. I don't think Spellbomb's going to be really worth much here for a few graveyard shenanigans. I'll dig it. Let's go. Yeah, you know, the one thing I don't, to answer your question there, Nim Chimpskey, I might actually even lose Negate because the more I've been playing this and the memory banks are coming back as to when I like to play this and stuff. And this is a very, I would say, deluxe deck because it doesn't want to wait and do stuff. And that's, you know, even back when Sign in Blood was there, because, you know, Deadly Dispute's more of a wait and do the old aha, I gotcha moment. This is I'm doing everything on my turn. What are you going to do about it sort of list. So African Haggis, adios. Thanks for joining us, my friend. One land. Mulligan. Okay, we'll keep this. I've got options. What are we going to get rid of here? I guess a vault. Done. Probably lead off. Since we've got 3 come into play untapped here, we'll lead off with this dude, just in case we do draw into our Deadly Dispute and we can get rid of one of their dudes. Of course, if he had the Epic here, they probably would have played it. So, oh, no problem, Shiraz. Hey, this is awesome. They're helping us out. I don't know why people do this. Cool. Now we got a turn 2 Trinket Mage. Thank you. Or a turn 2 Macabre. Maybe we'll do that. Or that. Okay, this makes it very easy. It's a little clunky. But we're going to go get our Trinket Mage. And it's so frustrating because, you know, I really want to get the Lifestaff. But I think the better play here is to go get our Unkillable Bridge. And then we'll Kenku it. Really be nice to draw like an Unearth here, so once our Trinket Mage dies, we can then we can go get our life package going online here. Okay, it's dead. We take a damage. Alrighty. To be stultified or not to be? That is the question. I'm going to hard cast the Faerie here. Boop. I feel an imp coming on, which I'm happy to trade with. Or to absorb exactly one of those. Got 2 targets down now. If we get either a Trinket Mage or a Blood Fountain, we're gonna be having a party. Actually, 3 creators in our yard. They really helped us accelerate killing that Ghast. That was cool. I appreciate it. What did they lose? Oh, a token for a token? Interesting. Alrighty. I guess we just Kenku Bridge. Or Bridge Kenku. Gotta be careful. Don't want to turn the vault on. I don't like to sleep on the Kenku too much, especially when I feel like I'm the aggro, you know. Just throw it on a vault, throw it on a token. Maybe it's a treasure, maybe it's a blood. Go for it. Hopefully nobody missed our show, that daylight savings time fiasco. Join us early, join us late. I already forget. Okay. Mildly good against us. Very cool. I love the built-in anti-edict effect with this guy too. It's like he turns this dude on and makes this one awesome. This way we can at least stop you-know-who all day long, the imp, if it does show up. We're at 17, feeling good. Our opponent's only got one card. Problem is we've got 3 cards and they all aren't good. Clunky way of saying that. I couldn't think of a better way. Okay, exactly what I was talking about. Bloop. There we go. He's done his work. Just like I think it's the quote says, the servant. Strange creature type. For sure. Can imagine they have maybe one more verdict style effect there. Got a looting in the yard, so I'll favor a bog here, giving our opponents a little bit fighting through some issues with their lands there. Let's see what we get here. Okay, I like this. We are edict proof. We can do this. We'll throw the yard out. Bloop. Attack for 3. I always think you got a shot against this list and then they start gaining the life, right? They've been a little hampered so far, but that's a good call. Step 1. They got 4 mana. They're fine. It's just in top deck mode now. It's a good deck to have in it too, with the blood token already online if you draw dead with a land there. I've had 3 really long games today, but I think I'm going to call it after this one. We just got quite an afternoon planned and pickleball to get ready for and everything. Hopefully you guys get the gist. And if we can pull this one off, like I said, the deck should be undefeated. It's just play this for the life. I respect it. Let's attack for 5. You know, at this stage, I think I'm going to cycle this. Cool. History favors the bold. Okay. Better than our face. Outside of another guest verdict or something, that would suck, but still be hitting for 4 turn. 4 turn clock, but that doesn't work against Rakdos Burn with all their Realms of the Vein and little vampire kisses and nibbles and bits and bites. I know we said sexy for the first time on today's show, Nim Chimpskey, but I think you'd have to give it up for either Blackburn or Rakdos Burn for if there ever was a list that was sexy. You always have to throw vampires in there. It's funny how that lore has always come about, right? And they're murderous killers, but yet through Anne Rice novels and other things, they've become like this, I don't know, romantic folk hero of such. Cool. I like that play. We just cast a healing salve. So anybody new to this list, never heard of it before, you're like, wow, this is pretty cool. Or you want to play it or whatnot. Uh-oh, here we go. Now the clocks are turning. I need another critter. I like that, Nim Chimpskey. Yeah. It's right in their name. Maybe they have a problem. Okay, cool. I like this a lot. I think I want to trip this now. Let's do this now at least. Come on now. Play this, at least get a token out of the deal, right? I think I'll just block with that thing. Then I can Blood Fountain it back. Or I just trip it for 1. Or you wait a turn and turn on the Lifestaff. Hit for 6. I think we just take this here. I want the ability to activate it if he targets it. That way I can at least get something out of the deal. Alright, one of the cards in their hand is a land. That way I do quite a bit more damage this turn. Oh! That is so tempting. I'm going to really respect my life total here. So we attack for 5. Oops, I said 5. That was a mistake too. I should have used blue for that. Almost killed there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is rough. I'm just going to do it now, guys. Done. Gain the life. I respect that list a little too much to be playing footsies with it. That's such a thing, right? The option to do that again. Let me just hold back. I'll trip the Blood Fountain, EOT, get back the Rat, and then Macabre. They're holding all lands, and obviously, you know, I should have played like Mulldrifter there, but like I said, I want time here. We're down to 2 again. Oh, they're not doing nothing, hey? All right, cool. We'll get back the Macabre in this. Play a Vault. Now, do we have Rat? 1, 2, 3. That's 4. If he doesn't block, then we've got it via the Rat. There's no discard main here. So, I mean, he knows we got back the Rat, so they got a block here. Boink. To play the Rat or not to play the Rat? That is the question. Shall we play it? I think we should just play the Mulldrifter. Keep the threat of the other thing alive. Whoa, cast. Booyah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's sit back on Deadly Dispute. 5 damage in the air. Pretty out of range here. Being in double digits against Rakdos Burn. Feeling alright. Let's throw this for a fun little fit. See what we get. Bloop. Throw this on here. Enjoy a beer. Swing for 6. And there you go. Like I said, technically the deck is undefeated. I'm not, because of that clock mistake game 1. But noticed every game we come from behind and we win the last 2. It's a very sideboard dependent deck because we do have this little fetch package here. Some closing notes today. The only issues I'm debating here, as far as I think I still have this queued up for the segment of what did we learn? What did you learn, Shiraz? What I learned is that Deadly Dispute feels a little clunky in this list. The purist in me wants all 4. But I'm thinking a combination of maybe 2 Sign in Blood, 2 Disputes. But man, in this metagame with Burn being everywhere, I just know that's wrong. The discipline to play 3 Mulldrifters instead of 4, I think, is warranted, just because Undying Evil is not always there, and a lot of times you're going to be wanting to use it on this. But it's just good with all these other critters as we have seen. So, hey, Duff Drunken, good game. Oh, it's nice to play you. I didn't think we were going to be able to pull that one off. I've never played Rakdos Burn against this. I've played Burn, and I'm about 48%. It's so close to being an even matchup after game. We always lose the first game, but once all of our life stuff comes on board, we're usually able to get there. But like I said, we've had a pretty successful outing today. But like the disputes are up for dispute, and I also would really, really like to find room for a Ginger Brute. I don't know if it's main worthy or not. You might even be able to argue you go to 3 Ghasts and 1 Ginger Brute. I'm not sure. Maybe if the dispute, that might help solve the dispute too. If you could eat a Brute, who knows? But that's what I'm thinking, because we could always Trinket Mage it for to steal the Monarch, to steal initiative. Not always in the cards there. And who doesn't love a Ginger Brute, right? And it's, almost Thanksgiving time here in the States, and everybody's getting nestled and warm, and the smell of gingerbread throughout the house. But so yeah, I really stand by this list. It's a ongoing evolution and such. The changes made, it used to run Karoo lands. Now we're running the bridges for the obvious benefit of Kenku, which is definitely one of the best ways to close out, with that threat of rats right behind, as we saw multiple iterations there. This is our... I've just been kind of copy pasting a lot of my sideboards for Detakami. Has been really, really, really good against Affinity. Just really turning off their Blood Fountain engine. With Unearth and Blood Fountain, we're really able to just kind of, as you saw, do a lot of stuff, go fetch a lot of things, draw a lot of cards. It's a really fun list. But like I said, make sure you're focused, you're zoned in, and you're kind of all in on it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to call it at 3 today, because these have been some pretty long games. And we'll see you next week, same time, same place, Propaganda. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be online all weekend if you all want to hit me up for a game. Again, if it's towards the later evening, I might be of the Libation Persuasion and making a few plays like we saw in Game 1. All right, guys, have a great time. Encourage everyone to play Pauper, and we'll see you next time as we go out on... I guess we'll just do this old supporter theme show, right? Adios.
Honey, I just can't get this darn thing clean.
Well, Boop, have you tried Nevin Rule's Disc and Shine?
What's that?
Nevin Rule, Disc and Shine for that apocalyptic clean. Longer lasting shine. Baby forever.
Nevin Rules products available at all Singer Superstores. Product made Super Sin Evil. Nevin Rules products not responsible for actual apocalypse.